What is going on, guys? It is Tony from Wolf Paintball, and today I am bringing you the GOG eNMEy Beginner Package.
Ooh.
Yes.
Haven't seen an eNMEy in a minute.
I know, we finally have them back in stock. This is what they look like, but we'll get to that in just a moment. Let's start off, beginner packages. Retail price.
$289.95.
$289.95. Wait, what? The gun alone's $200.
$289.95. I'm not lying to you.
Okay, all right. Well, we're gonna
You know why we can do that?
Why?
Because who's the best source for paintball?
LoneWolfPaintball.com.
Okay, so we have over here in the beginner package is the HK Army. It's the Hustle Thermal Goggle. It does have a dual pane, you know what I'm saying? And then you can also swap this out with a smoke lens. Does have a very, very comfortable inner foam. And it does have safety features. So obviously if you're a beginner, this top strap here is meant so the goggle, if you take a hard dive or a fall, it does not come off of your head. And even down below in here, Mark, you have a nice padded chin strap to help keep this goggle securely on your face. So I do like
that top strap. Also really helps if you're a younger player with a smaller head. It won't fall down that direction either.
Correct, exactly. So that is, you know, part of the beginner package. A lot of the younger kids out there, the strap won't tighten, enough in the back, and it does drop down on your face. That definitely prevents that from falling down around your neck. Like, I mean, I'm sure we've all seen it at the fields.
And it comes off if you don't want it.
Yeah, if you guys don't want it, you can undo the Velcro and then slide it up through the top and be done with it. I do like the fact that it does have the quick lanes change. I don't like this.
The quick lane change.
Yeah, it's got the quick lane change. I'm thinking of getting my oil change, Mark. It's just hard to like show it on camera. I'll just pull that up and out. In here, over here, you can turn these tabs and you can take the strap off and easily quick change the lens, which is a very good feature of this goggle. I would highly recommend. Definitely a beginner goggle, but the thermal lens on this thing is what is most important for it. Next, you just have your standard 200 round hopper. There's no batteries, there's no fancy bells or whistles. This is all straight gravity fed. But once again, you're getting into a beginner package for that price.
Can I get a speed feed for that?
Well, actually, they do make universal speed feeds, Mark, so you could take this lid off and then put on a universal one if you really wanted to, but...
I wouldn't take it off, I'd leave it on.
Well, you could do that too if you really want. Okay, that's funny, I like it. All right, onto the tank. This is your standard 48 3K compressed air tank. You can use this tank on any other marker as well because it is compressed air. It's not going to freeze up your electronic solenoid if that's what you wanted to throw it on. So way better than operating with CO2. CO2 will get cold and freeze up the marker. I would definitely recommend that tank.
Question for you.
Go
dumb
ahead.
question. I know you're going to be like, that's really a dumb question.
Go ahead.
This is a beginner package.
Yeah.
What's the difference between a 48 3000 and a 68 3000 tank?
68 3000.
Or 68 4500.
4500. It just holds more air, and most of the time, pretty much all the time, the 68 45s are going to be the carbon fiber wrap tanks. So that's just a bigger tank, holds more air. So this is your basic beginner tank when kind of diving into the compressed air world.
But that size tank should still last you a normal round of paintball as long as you fill up between games.
Yeah, you need to fill this up in between every single game, I would say. And obviously, depending on the other tanks, what gun you're shooting, is it electronic, what the operating pressure is, then you might get a couple games out of those bigger tanks. But this tank is going to get you in the sport. It can work on any marker, and I would probably recommend filling it up after every game that you guys play. All right, on to the GOG eNMEy. Speaking of tanks, Mark, I like that you brought that up. This gun can shoot CO2 or compressed air, but I always recommend shooting that compressed air that we just showed you.
So I can hook this up to my kegerator?
Yeah, if you had the correct line, I guess technically it would work off that CO2, yeah. Yeah, interesting. So we'll start from the barrel. It is a 10-inch aluminum ported barrel. Obviously the porting at the end is going to help with not being so loud out there on the field. This GOG eNMEy does have a clamping feed neck, so depending on whatever hopper you guys want to use on it, whether it be your standard gravity-fed hopper or if you want to throw an electronic hopper on it so it feeds better, you can also do that. It does have a reinforced heavy-duty solenoid on there. So, yeah, with the heavy-duty solenoid, it is a metal reinforced housing. It's going to be more durable, and it does have metal screw holes, so it doesn't actually, pull out from the body, which was kind of an issue with the previous model. So the solenoid is new, reinforced heavy duty metal. I do like that this gun is also one of the, I'm not gonna say one of the, but this gun is also a true pneumatic gun. It doesn't use any hammers or sears, so there's no metal on metal wearing parts. Truly, fully pneumatic.
Is that a poppet or a spool?
It is a spool valve gun. You can simply take the back cap here.
You don't need this.
Untwist it. No, I'm just gonna show you. We're gonna unscrew this bad boy and we're gonna pull it on out. And that is the spool valve system. Obviously fully greased by GOG. And by the way, if you guys don't know, GOG is the same company that does make the shockers and the Luxes pretty much. So
are the bolts interchangeable?
No, they are not. They are not interchangeable. And the cool thing about this actual bolt system is too, it's called a low force bolt system. The gun does not have electronic eyes, but if it has trouble feeding paint, it's not going to force the bolt forward. It's gentle and hopefully not breaking a ton of paint in the breech if you're shooting it that fast and it can't keep up. So I like it. It's got tons of new features. The heavy duty solenoid, I like that. The gun does even operate at 160 PSI. For a mechanical gun, that's pretty darn good. Other than that, got your basic regulator up front, your steel braided hose. And for the price point, I think this is a great beginner package. You've got the thermal goggle, just your standard gravity fed hopper, and of course the nice compressed air tank and the GOG eNMEy. So don't forget, head on over to pbswagbag.com. Actually, use our code LWP10 to save 10% off your first monthly subscription. And follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel, do all that fun stuff. And Mark, is there anything else you would like them to do?
I want them to send us video clips of themselves saying lonewolfpaintball.com, and you might see yourself in a future video of ours.
I like that idea. And until next time, take it easy, guys. We appreciate you watching.
See you.